Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dreams Updates. Thank you so much for great support. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. If you are watching the video yet you have not subscribed to the channel, take a second, hit the subscription button. Thank you so much for that subscription. Kenyans, now as we know, today Ruto was in Narok, and his tour in Narok was to launch some of the projects in Narok. So now these projects, there are some I want us to talk about it. First project is this project of Ewasongiro Tannery project, in which deals with leather. And now this project of Ewasongiro Tannery, this project was once launched by retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. And we can clearly see that this kind of project that Ruto is busy, some of them was once launched, then stalled. So now Ruto is coming back to relaunch them again, in which we are not sure if they will be complete. So now Ruto is trying to relaunch some of these projects which was being launched by former Uhuru Kenyatta, and now Ruto is now relaunching them slowly by slowly. If you are not keen, you cannot recognize some of these projects. First of this project I want us to talk about is this leather tannery in Narok. So this Ewasongiro Tannery is mainly for leather products, and this tannery was launched by the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2021. And we can clearly see that even today, William Samoei Ruto also was at the same place relaunching same project. So if you are not keen, you cannot see that this project are the project which was being launched earlier by the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. And before Uhuru Kenyatta left the office, this project was already complete. So now Ruto is coming back again to say that we are adding value to our local products to increase earnings for our farmers and create jobs for our young people. The revamped and expanded Ewasongiro Tannery and leather is a compelling testament to our commitment to reviving our manufacturing sector. So now you can clearly see, after this project was being launched by the retired President Uhuru, now Ruto is coming back to revamp it and expand it. What does that mean? Because Ruto now is trying to blindfold some of the Kenyans, in which now some of the Kenyans will see that this man has done a great job, but in real sense is that this man, there's nothing he has done. So now he's coming to Ewasongiro Tannery to say that a factory is compelling testament for our commitment to reviving our manufacturing sector. So now Ruto is coming back to revamp and expand it. You can clearly see the tactic which he is using. So now Ruto ameona that this kind of projects zenye zilikuwa zimeanzishwa and zilikuwa zimeisha kidogo, wacha arudi amalize, but in real sense his original projects hajamaliza mpaka wa leo. So now we can clearly see that these projects za Ruto hizi zenye anajaribu kuzilaunch hizi, some of them was already launched by the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. So now I want us to see that this kind of projects zenye Ruto aliongelelea him before being the president, on his, it was called what, on his manifestos. And this kind of project, I want us to talk about it. First, it was the affordable houses. Then second was the financial oversight. Then the another was infrastructure project. So this kind of project was among his manifestos. So now if we go on the part of affordable houses, the affordable housing initiative, a cornerstone of Ruto's agenda, was his best cornerstone agenda. Is facing challenges. By now, this kind of project known by affordable housing is facing a lot of challenges. Recent reports show that while progress is being made, the completion rate is still relatively low. Even if this project is continue, but the completion is relatively low. So you can clearly see that some of his projects is not even 100% completely. If you go in the sector of agriculture, Ruto said that I will reduce the price of fertilizers from 5,000 around to 3,000 around there. But there is something occurred during that transition, because even if fertilizer was available, there is a challenge occurred, and the challenge is some of the fertilizers was fake. So that kind of fake fertilizer caused a lot of losses, because some of the farmers were buying it even if it was cheap, but it was a loss. Hakuna haja ya wewe kununua fertilizer ata 2,500 or 3,500, yet unafika nyumbani unapata that you have bought a fake fertilizer, and this fertilizer either ni mchanga ama ni something to else yenyewe hauelewi ni nini. So Kenyans, you can clearly see that now Ruto is rushing back to the ground to get the ground and to gain back the ground again, in which it is a impossible thing, because now Kenyans are oversighting William Ruto very, very well. Because now you can clearly see that these projects zenye Ruto say ana go around to launch them, some of them ana relaunch them, because if you are not keenly enough, you cannot see that this kind of projects Ruto are relaunching them. And some of them zenye ye mwenye sasa launch, some of them ziko stalled na haziendelei. So now, what's your opinion on this? Because some of the Kenyans now wanna understand that this regime now already imeshakuwa lost, and this regime indakana tu by 2027 wote wende nyumbani, and we need another fresh minds, fresh blood and fresh energy. So now as we continue, we need such people that wako mindly correct and they have thinking capacity very, very right in place. So now Ruto is trying very, very hard to gain the ground. That's why uliona that hata kama walimkosea on the side of Migori, hakuteta sana. Yeye aliendelea kusukuma kazi yake to gain the ground. So now these projects of William Samoei Ruto, some of them are not clearly understandable, because some of these projects Ruto anarudia kuzi relaunch slowly and slowly, akidanganya Wakenya that ana launch the projects in order to provide development here and there. So Kenyans, what's your opinion on this case of Ruto relaunching projects one by one? What's your opinion on this? Drop it at the comment section. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share and comment to the video. Otherwise, let us meet in another video.